Hello, my name is Katie Frisco, and I'm a member of Christ the King. My family and I have been members here for about 13 years. My husband and I were married here, and we have two children, Callahan and Sylvia, and they were both baptized here. Now Callahan is a sixth grader in Promise Walk, and Sylvia is a fifth grader. I guess also she would be in Promise Walk, but with the year of COVID, we have not, she hasn't, things have just been so different. So besides being a member here at church, I've had the opportunity of getting to help out on Wednesdays. I do a lot of the music for preschool up through third grade. And I've been a part of Vacation Bible School in the summer with the snack team. I got to do that with my sister for quite a few years, and then my best friend. So it's nice to share those experiences with family and friends. A couple of years ago, I also got to attend my very first Vacation Bible School in the woods, and that was a blast. And I'm looking forward to doing more of that. When I'm not at CTK, my other job is being a teacher at Dilworth Elementary School. It's definitely my passion, to the point of maybe it taking over too much time in my life. And after sitting down to work on what I wanted to say this evening, that became more and more clear to me. And it's something that I've realized I need to adjust. As much as school is such a passion for me, I maybe need to reevaluate how I'm balancing my life. So here I am, and it's my turn to do the digital advent calendar. So this is the first time I've done anything like this, and I guess I didn't realize how strange it would feel. So I looked at the sign-up sheet, and the first thing that jumped out at me was the theme night. I think I chose this because I'm drawn to night. It's peaceful. I grew up on a farm, and living away from the city and even the towns of, like, the small town of Dilworth, the sounds of cars and neighbors and the railroad, we didn't have any of that growing up on the farm. It was quiet. There was the peace, the complete darkness, the looking up and seeing the thousands and millions of stars that you miss a little bit when you're in town. I think maybe that's why night feels like a special, calm, peaceful time to me, is because that's what I grew up with. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight, and the idea of night being peaceful. So for me, I think nighttime is like an unspoken invitation for us to settle down. We have the busyness of school and work and meetings, appointments, chores, and all kinds of different errands that we have to get done every day. We have the opportunity, though, every night to settle down and allow that blanket of darkness to kind of wrap us up and tuck us in and feel the coziness of it. It's almost as if during night, the outside world completely disappears for a while, including the stresses that can bring and the worry that often we can see so much more easily in the daylight. Nighttime is when life can slow down for us if we let it, and we have that opportunity to focus on the really important things that should matter: our children, our pets, our spouses, our parents, our grandparents, our family, our friends, our neighbors, and ourselves. None of these things are things, though. They're our people. They're our world. They are what really matters. I wonder if, while I've been talking about this, if you've noticed that through nighttime, I've referred to all of these things as opportunities that nighttime gives us. I never said that we take advantage of these opportunities. I've never said that these are things that we do, because honestly, I think most of us don't take advantage of it. We don't allow ourselves to slow down, even at nighttime. We bring our work home with us, if not physically, mentally. We carry our stress from the day around at night. We sometimes give the best that we have to the daytime. And when nighttime comes, we crash. And with it, our emotions crash and our tempers are shorter. And what's at home gets what's left of us rather than what's the best of us. When all of that becomes too much, instead of just letting it go, we hide it. We hide it behind our devices while we get lost in the world of Facebook or TV or whatever other apps and games that we have on our favorite go-to screens and devices. I'm guilty of this almost every night. I don't accept the opportunity that nighttime gives me, that I'm gifted. Each and every night, I hide behind my screens. And that is the example that I find myself setting for my children. And with that, I feel the stress around us, our anxieties grow even more. So when I looked through the available times to choose from this Advent calendar, night immediately jumped out to me. I thought of it as that peaceful family time, that coziness, the warmth, making the memories. And then I sat down and I started writing out what I wanted to say. And I realized that I had to back up and revise all of my wording, because I wrote it as if these were the things I was already doing. And I realized I'm not living this vision or this ideal I have of a peaceful nighttime. And if ever, now was the time that I really had to be honest about that. So there's something about Christmas and night that fit together well. That image of Mary and Joseph in a stable, and baby Jesus being born, and the Star of Bethlehem, it's peaceful, it's quiet, it's powerful, it's reassuring. It's that moment that fills you up in your heart where you realize things are going to be okay. There's much bigger things in the world than the stresses that we worry about from sunrise to sunset. We're going to be okay. And I think about Mary and Joseph and how much they probably had on their plates, all the stresses and anxieties and worries that they probably had. But that night, I imagine that they let all of that go. I imagine that they lived in that moment and focused on each other. They focused on their gifts. They focused on their gifts from God. It truly was that silent night, a holy night, where all was calm and all was bright. Today, life has so many distractions. There's just too much. Yet every night we get this opportunity where we get to put our people first, like Mary and Joseph did for Jesus, like the three kings did. We get to take those chances if we want to, and we can live in them and really, truly put that busyness of life aside and let that night settle around us and wrap us up in that blanket. And we can give ourselves that time to reflect, the time to appreciate, the time to laugh and to make those memories with our loved ones, rather than think about how great it would be if we did. Find the silence of nighttime for you. Find the holiness in it, the calm and the bright. Let go of whatever is holding you back from finding that and living in it. Soak it in. With night come many gifts that God has given us, many opportunities, but we need to take advantage of it. We need to accept them and appreciate them and make the most of them. Be grateful for the blessings that night offers. Merry Christmas.